Hello students, today we're going to be talking about how to approach your Persepolis background project. So over the course of the last week, you got all this information about Persepolis, the book Persepolis, and all this stuff that you're supposed to know in order for you to really understand the book. I understand that was a lot of information, so we're going to spend the next week really solidifying this in your head. And the purpose of the screencast is to help you understand how you're going to do that. So our goals are to explain how to make use of the handouts you received in class, because there are a few that are going to help you. I'm also going to explain when and how to reference our class website. Remember that, tinyurl.com/hainslit to complete this background project. I'm going to explain what you have to do in order to receive feedback. And finally, I'm going to show you some exemplars from last year so that you get an idea of where you're going. So there are four handouts/resources that you absolutely need to have access to, or else this is not going to go well. The first is supplementary reading number 1. These are the Persepolis background PowerPoint notes. I'll show you those in a little bit so you remember what they look like. The second is supplementary reading number 3, which you received in class this week, and it outlines the project requirements. Then our website, and finally your Google Drive. So first of all, supplementary reading number 1. If you remember it, it looks like this. So we spent last week again going through this entire PowerPoint, taking all these notes about the background information that you need to know. What you may not have realized is that every single one of these slides relates in some way or another to key background information that you need to know for the book, and that ties directly to the 5 topics you get to choose from. So you want to make sure that those are at hand. And you know that the information in that handout is correct. So that already helps you get started. The second is supplementary reading number 3. There are 3 reasons why this is key. So we're going to look at it really quickly. The first is that it gives you a calendar so that you know exactly what we're going to be doing on each day. Okay. The second is that it outlines the expectations that you need for each of the 5 topics. So if you remember from class, you have to choose between 1 of 5 topics, all outlined here. Underneath each topic, you'll notice that there are some key terms that you need to define, and you'll notice that there are some guiding questions that you need to answer in your background project PowerPoint, right? So you notice that on each of the topics. Additionally, it's going to help you organize your notes and your PowerPoint, and I'll explain more about that in a little bit. The next is our website. So our website has 4 key things that it's going to give you. It gives you a reminder calendar. I'll show you how to access all of this in a little bit. It outlines your homework. It's where you can access all necessary information, and it includes the background PowerPoint for your review. So if we look quickly at our website, you're going to see that when you first get to the website, right, you're on the home page, and from this home page you'll see that the calendar is right there. If you also go to where it says, not the calendar, I'm sorry, the homework. If you go to where it says homework, there's the review calendar, so it highlights each week. But the most important part, as always, is under current unit information. Current unit information, if you scroll down, includes all the links that you will ever need for your topics. You need to notice that each of the links is labeled as the sort of link that they are, the topic that it relates to, so you need to know which topic you're doing. Topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, topic 4, topic 5 are all on here, including topic 5 people, some Word documents that you're going to need to access. It tells you a description, which is incredibly important because for some of these you don't have to look at the entire source. If you do not read this description, you're going to be wasting your time. So it gives you all the resources that you need. Attached underneath, as promised, is a link to our PowerPoint in case you want to look at an exemplar, or in case you just want to refresh your memory about some key facts. Okay, that brings us to your Google Drive. Your Google Drive is important because it's where you'll create and share all necessary documents. If you don't remember how to get to your Google Drive, it's actually quite simple. You go to your inbox, you click on Drive up here, and then your Google Drive will appear. There are 2 types of documents that you're going to be creating for this background project. The first is just a regular old Word document, right? It looks like Microsoft Word. It'll end up looking like this, and we're going to be talking about Chris Cruz's exemplar in a little bit. The second type of document that you're going to need is a presentation, because you're going to be creating a presentation to present to the class, and it'll end up looking something like this. And again, we'll be going through this in more detail in a little bit. So right now I want to talk about the relationship between this handout, this Google document that Chris created, and this handout. So Chris, as you saw, did topic number 2. So we're going to focus our attention on topic number 2. Topic number 2, as do the other ones, have the key terms to define. Every single topic has 6 terms to define, so don't feel like one is easier than the other, one is more challenging than the other. There are also 4 key components that Chris needed to learn about. And again, you'll notice that they're outlined here as they are for every single other topic. Let's look at Chris's document notes. So what you'll notice here, and let me see if I can put it side by side with the document, you'll notice that Chris, to help me out, first he renamed his document so that it's his first name, underscore, and then topic 2 notes. So whatever topic he had, he put the notes on there. And then when he shared it with me, and you can see that I'm shared because 1, I have access to it, but 2, when I click on the share button, I'm right there. The first thing that he did after that was he wrote his heading, because he printed these notes out and he actually used them as his speaker notes when he was presenting. It has the date that he started, so you guys will actually be 22nd instead of 24th in 2013. And it has the title of the document, Component Answer Brainstorm. The first thing that he did was he had his key terms. And you might be asking yourself, well, where did he get this? If you've been paying attention, you'll notice that he got them from right here. Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, exile, fundamentalist, Muslim Republic, modernization, all right here. You'll also notice some red typing. I'll explain what that is in a little bit. Then the components. He has a title for 4 components that he's bolded, right? And then notes underneath for each that are bullet pointed. If you're wondering where he got that, again, he got it from here. So he knows he needs biographical information about the Ayatollah Khomeini. Biographical information about Ayatollah Khomeini. He needs to have Ayatollah's beliefs and ideology. And there you have it, Ayatollah's beliefs and ideology. Then he has some bullet points underneath. In order to know what he needed to find underneath, there are guiding questions next to each topic that he answered down here. So I'm supposed to know where he was born and any early influences. So here we have where he was born. He even gave me some details about where. And then some early influences. I can see right there that he started reading the Quran. The Quran's the holiest book. As a child, he had some specific experiences that shaped him. Now, again, to this red typing. The red typing is me giving him feedback. So if there was anything he didn't address, I then went in, and because he shared this with me, I was able to, in the evenings or in the mornings, give him some guiding questions to help him fully develop these notes. Once he had this done, he was then able to go back to his drive and create a presentation. This is the hard part. Once you have the notes, all you have to do is not close his presentation, so I'm going to go back to it. Here we go. All you have to do is transfer those notes over to a Google presentation. So if you notice, we can now make this bigger so that you can see it a little better. He has his title again, Chris underscore topic 2, but now instead of notes, it's presentation. He shared it with me so that I can have access to it and give him feedback. And he has a slide for the key terms, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 component slides. And that should indicate that he has in the information from here. So the key terms became 1 slide. So if I look here, he should have 1 slide defining all those terms. And there it is, 1 slide defining all those terms. It might not be completely pretty, right? Obviously, he still had some work to do. You should notice some typos, some capitalization issues that did hurt his grade, but he had all the information. And then his first component slide should be biographical information about Ayatollah Khomeini. So if I go to his first component slide, all he had to do was copy and paste the title. And then he took that same information. Notice how long this is. All he did was shorten it, put it in bullet point format, and add an image to go along with the topic. He'll explain what that image is, and I'll make sure that it does indeed relate to the topic, but notice how everything was already done here. Second component slide, Ayatollah's beliefs and ideology. There you go, Ayatollah's beliefs and ideology. Again, here are shortened notes of what he wrote here, and with the addition of a picture. I hope that this gives you an idea of what it is that you're supposed to be doing for your background project. You will have the rest of the week to work on this. If you remember from the calendar, the goal is that by tomorrow you would have finalized the research so that I can give you feedback. Then by Thursday, you're going to work on your PowerPoint so that by Friday we can talk about the presentations. Presentations, according to the calendar, will take place Monday and Tuesday of next week before we start reading Persepolis on Wednesday of next week. That is it for today. I hope that this was helpful, and have a good evening, guys. Bye.